Good morning. It is 10:30. The day after my date. I am sad to report that I am just getting out of bed. I wanted to talk to you guys last night after my date with Chris, but I'm gonna tell you, it's been a minute since I've dated, so my stamina is a little low. I have to take some vitamins, and I was exhausted. So I woke up this morning because I want to spill the tea. I even brought my teacup for you guys. See. Okay, so here's the tea. That was petty, huh? Okay, so here's the tea with Chris. So Chris, it was a good date. Overall, it was a great date. It was a great date. So again, we went to Trinity Groves, we went to Amber Jack's, had seafood. The seafood was amazing. I arrived a little bit early. It was really crowded. The parking lot was packed. They took one of the lots somehow and made it into more of a valet. So, you know your girl. I drove around for a minute. I weighed my options. I was like, $5 valet it is. So, valet park, got there early. And I got a text from Chris basically saying that he was going to be running late. We had pushed our reservation back to 7:15, but he said he was going to be running a few minutes late. So I went ahead and he gave me the name that the reservation was under. I went in, got myself situated, sat down, and he texted me and basically said, I'm running late, stopped by the gas station to pick up something, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking about that. Something that he thinks he might have picked up. My mind just went somewhere. But anyway, I'm back. He said he stopped by the gas station, and you probably thinking the same thing too. I'm like, wait a minute. Not that date kind of date. Anyway, he stopped by the gas station to pick up something, and while he was there, he said a young teenager walked in and had ran out of gas and was looking for help. The cashier couldn't understand him, so he decided to offer assistance, buy a gas can, fill up the gas tank, and he wanted to get the young man on his way. Okay, cool. I'm good for a good deed. All right. Brownie points for that. Good. Kudos. At least you aren't selfish. All right. So I sit there. He arrives 30 minutes late for our date. So I sat at the table for 30 minutes waiting for Chris. I'm still going to be understanding because why? I'm all about a person that's willing to help somebody else. So, okay. We get there. My first impression of him when he walked through the door is he looked just like his pictures. I'll be honest. Looked just like his pictures. Very beautiful eyes. Very handsome gentleman. Only one thing. He lied about his height. Men on these social media sites act like us women. We lie about our weight. Well, some of us, right? Because I know you don't do that and I don't do that. So he lied about his height. He said he was 5'9". If I could be honest, I think he's probably like 5'7". Tops. Not a big deal, right? So he's about 5'7". And so he said he's 5'9". All right, cool. He was off a couple of inches. We get to the table. He's of course very apologetic and thanking me for my patience. We sat, we talked, we ordered dinner. The food was absolutely delicious. Let me tell you about those cheese grits. Now I'm gonna stay on task because I'm about to go hard because I'm a foodie. So the food was delicious. We had great conversation. He was very pleasant to talk to. He did seem just as he did over the phone, very kind, very consistent with his conversation and tone. He is a little bit of a jokester. He makes a lot of jokes. So my cheeks got tired because I got tired of laughing. Like fake laughing sometimes. Yeah. So anyway, but overall, I think he's a nice guy. He seems very thoughtful and very caring, which is important to me. He did tell me a little bit more about his job, so I have a better understanding because I was like, oh my God, criminal investigator. You know, in my mind, I go straight to the blood and guts. I was thinking, I don't know, this dude may be a little morbid. But he's not. He doesn't work in that division, which is good. We did chat. He says he's been on a couple of dating sites. He named off just about all of them that I'm aware of. If I had dated him 2 years ago, I wonder if I would have been turned off by that. Probably not, because first go round I was on just about every site because I was trying to gather information. He's new to the city, so I get that. You're trying to get to know people, and the only way to get to know people, especially because his work, what he does, his home base is not here in Dallas. His home base is actually in another location here in Texas. I won't disclose that one for him. But yeah, so that could be a challenge. So I could understand he's dating. So he did mention that he was not a serial dater, that he was looking for something long term. He was not interested in just having a text buddy or somebody to hang out with. He ultimately is looking to remarry and settle down. So that was good. What else about Chris? So we sat at dinner probably about 2 hours, which was good once he arrived. Maybe about 2.5 hours once he arrived. We wrapped up the date. We kind of talked about, basic stuff, what church he goes to, his mom, his family, how his upbringing was, that basic thing. And then when it was time to leave, I valeted, and your girl didn't have any cash. So, he had already joked earlier in the conversation about the fact that women here in Texas, we seem to want men to do everything for us, that he's okay with paying sometimes and arranging the dates, but after date 3 and 4, he expects the woman to kind of take initiative, and he says that he doesn't know if this is a Southern thing or what, but he notices the women most often want him to do everything. So now he has... because I made him pray over my meal, because I need to know, do you know Jesus? And I'm not going to ask you. My comment is, when I want to know what their religious background is, I'm kind of cool with mine. I ask them to bless the meal. And then at the end, who you pray to at the end lets me know where you stand. And that lets me know, will there be a date number 2? So take that tip. Don't ask about religion. That's too heavy for first date. You don't want to get into that debate or neither politics. So just ask something on the cool, like, do you mind blessing the meal? You sound all cute and you kind of bow your head and you wait for him and you pray that he says in Jesus' name. And he did. So we did. That was good. And we got ready to leave for the date. We wrapped up. He had to pay for my valet. So he paid. He prayed, and then he had to pay for my valet, and I felt horrible. So, because I know he was thinking, she's probably one of those Southern chicks who want me to do everything. So, but hey, for me having to wait for 30 minutes, come on, you can pay my $5 valet bill and the meal. I think my time was worth that. So we leave, and when we get up from the table, I noticed something strange about Chris, though. He got up from the table, and he walked like 15 steps in front of me. I was still getting my purse, and dude was halfway at the door. He didn't even look back for me. I was like, now that's a turnoff, I believe in teaching people how to treat you. So he was already at the door. I was way in the back. So I stopped at the door. I'm just going to stand there. Like, my hands don't work, because I believe, like I said, in teaching people how to treat you. And if I had allowed him to continue walking and walk out the door, and I open my door, then that teaches him that from now on, he can continue to do that. So he caught himself, he got his life, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. So when it was time to walk out, he grabbed my hand and made sure that I got down the steps safely. So I'm like, okay, all right. So now I'm teaching you how to treat me. So wrapped up from there, he did tell me how much he enjoyed spending time with me. He asked for a second date. He said he wanted to see me again soon. So, I graciously said the same. It's great meeting you as well. We ended the day. We talked maybe for another 10 to 15 minutes outside. Ended the date. He called, of course, to make sure I made it home safely. And then again, he asked, what day do you think we could see each other again? So let's get to the tea. What were the highlights of the night? The highlight of the night was, he did set up the date, which I appreciate. He made sure the reservations were there. Although he was running late, he did call me maybe about 45 minutes before our date, 30 to 45 minutes before our date was going to start, to let me know he was going to be running late. That was good. He did communicate that. He also made sure that I wasn't just standing out in the cold. He made sure I got in and got my reservations and was seated. That's a plus. When he got there, he had great conversation. His energy was good. That's a plus. He did look like his photo, which, in his photo, he is a handsome guy. He has beautiful eyes. Very nice looking. Very clean cut. I like clean. I don't like the rugged look. That was my college days when every girl had to have a thug. Not anymore. I don't want a thug no more. I did that. So those were the highlights of the night. Did I miss anything? I think that's it. Now, for the cons. He showed up late. That was a con. If I had to pick some. But he was doing a good deed. So, that kind of neutralizes that. Second con was he lied about his height. He was not 5'9". Because in my head, I think I'm 5'9". If you ask me, I'm 5'9". He was not. But other than that, if I look at the good versus the bad, I would say it was a good date. Now, the question I've asked myself is, would I go on a second date with Chris? I would say yes, because I think genuinely to his core, he is a good person, and I think he's second date worthy. So I've already received a text this morning from him saying, hey, I hope you slept well. Hope church went well, baby. I didn't want to tell him that bedside Baptist, and I had an appointment. So, yeah, we're going to leave that alone. So he wants to know when we can get together this week. Well, we'll have to see because, the weather's supposed to be a little iffy. So, but yeah, I'll let you know if Chris gets a follow-up. Now, in the meantime, overnight, we had 10 inboxes from 10 different gentlemen. So, which means, I told you I'm an overachiever. Now I got to get in here, sort through these inboxes, see who's going to get a response, and if we have some new leads, and continue up on I think we have 2 in the pot still. So, our bench is getting kind of full, ladies. So, for those who said there are no men out here, they lied. Now, and especially, I'm proud to say that, a lot of times we say there are no good black men out here. And look, here's some good black men. So, ladies, if you haven't gotten out there, get your feet wet. Daisy, be quiet so I can finish my vlog. Talking to my dog. So, get your feet wet. Get out there. Don't get complacent. Boaz is not going to show up like a genie in the bottle. Get up and get moving and make yourself available for love. I'll talk to you guys later.
Please like, comment, and share this post. I want to hear from you. Follow, like, and subscribe to Uncovering Eve on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.